Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of Arlo Maverick. I'm a man of many hats who just happens to rap, and today we're talking about music mentorship. Now, one thing that's very important for any artist at any stage of their career, whether they are someone who is an emerging artist or someone who's an established artist, is to have a mentor. And basically what a mentor is that it's someone who provides you with guidance or advice for this respective field that you're in. So, for example, as it relates to music, if you're an artist who wants to know more about production, then you would find someone who would mentor you in regards to production, in regards to, okay, well, how do I make beats? How do I get my beats out there? Now, today we're going to be talking about different ways that you can actually find mentors, because I think that a lot of times with artists, it's like they want someone to mentor them, and sometimes they don't even realize they need a mentor. But trust me, we all need mentors. I have them. You probably have them. If you don't have them, you need to get some. Alright? So today we're going to talk about ways that you can actually find mentors or locate mentors or get in touch with mentors throughout the music industry. Now, one of the first ways, and probably one of the easiest ways to actually find a mentor, is to get in touch with your local music industry association. Here in Canada, we have organizations that basically advocate on behalf of artists, and one of the things that they can do is put you in contact with people who are willing and are up for being a mentor. At the end of the day, there are some people who gather information through their experiences and they hoard them, they keep them to themselves. But then there are other people who are like, yo, you know what? I don't want someone to go through the same things that I went through, so here's this information. Here's how you avoid this. Here's how you achieve this. So people who are usually connected with music industry associations are usually people who want to give back. So make sure you go down to the MIAs that are located within your city and ask them, say, hey, I'm looking for opportunities to find someone who can mentor me in this specific area of the music industry. Another way you can access mentors or find mentors is to volunteer at your local campus radio station. I did that for a number of years, and it was an opportunity for me to better understand how radio works. As I mentioned in my vlog in regards to campus radio, the importance of campus radio, I talked about the fact that a lot of campus radio DJs are connected to their communities. So that is an opportunity for you to learn from someone who might not just be a campus radio DJ. And even if it means you got to show up there and write down the playlist or answer the phones, like these are beginning steps that everybody has to take within the music industry or within any industry to better understand what they're doing. And it's one of those things where when you can understand the menial jobs that you look at as well as nothing important, those things are just as important as the job that you end up doing where you're the person who's in front of the camera or the person who is on the mic. Everybody has a role to play, and every role that every person plays is just as important. Another opportunity for you to find mentorship is to volunteer at your local recording studio. Recording studios have engineers that are very knowledgeable, and the education you can get from volunteering at your local recording studio is invaluable. It'll teach you better practices on how to actually record. It'll teach you better practices on how to actually function within the studio and the relationships that have to be built in problem solving, because one thing that I don't think engineers get enough credit for is the fact that a lot of engineers are essentially problem solvers. There's a lot that can be learned from just being around an engineer and understanding, okay, well, this is the process for how to record, and also being in that environment can also teach you how to become more of an independent artist, because now you're under the guidance of somebody who's teaching you so many things that are so important in regards to recording and making sure your sound quality is correct, making sure your mixes are correct, and even just understanding the whole the technicalities of tracking and whether it be vocalist or instrumentalist. And so that again is another opportunity for you to actually be put in a situation where someone can take you under their wing and create a relationship with you. And one thing that I think is very important when it comes to mentorship is the whole fact that these mentorship opportunities should not be a situation where you're in there for 4 months and you're out and you never talk to that person again. These are relationships that you should continue to build throughout your career. A very overlooked opportunity for mentorship comes from being an intern for an artist. I know that sounds very, very odd to a lot of artists, but I think that it's a missed opportunity because of the fact that if you are able to find an artist who has an album that they're about to release or an album they're working on, or is an artist that has a lot of traction, then volunteer for them. Be that artist who is humble enough to be like, hey, you know what? This person over here has this project that they're working on, and I want to understand what the whole process is for recording a project, for promoting a project, for touring, so on and so forth. So if that's being someone's merch person, then be that, because then you get to understand what it takes to actually sell records when you get on the road or when you do a show. You understand the importance of point of purchase promotions. Like, you understand so much. You understand interacting and engaging with the fans, and you may not be able to do that because you may not have a product at that point in time. So why not become the person who says, hey, I'll volunteer for you because I'm trying to be in your position at one point in time, and for me to better understand that, let me be your merch person. Or you could be someone who decides to be a roadie for someone, be their road manager, be whatever it takes, even if it's putting up posters or anything. Allow yourself to be in a surrounding where you get to understand the business side of it, but also understand the creative side. When you're ready to release your project, or when you're ready to go tour, or whenever you're ready to start recording it, you'll already have this knowledge of how things are done. And I think that's something that is lost on so many people nowadays, because everybody assumes that I'm too good to volunteer for you. I'm too good to do something for you. And it's like, if Kanye West could go and be an intern at I can't remember which fashion label it was. I'm not a fashionable guy. But I can't remember which place he interned at. But if he's able to do that, as big as Kanye West is, then you, as someone who's watching this right now, would hope that you would humble yourself enough to be like, hey, you know what, let me go and work with somebody. So in closing, I hope you were able to take something from this video here, where we talked about mentorship in the music industry. A lot of these things could be applied to other fields, not just music, but I hope that all the musicians out there who have been watching this were able to take something from this. And if you like these videos, if you didn't like them, if you found information from this video, then share them. If you want to know about a certain particular subject, then please hit me up. As well too, you see me rocking the If Hooks Could Kill t-shirt. There are some dudes from the city of Olympia, city of YEG, city of Edmonton, who recently just celebrated 4 years. So congrats and happy anniversary to those guys for being on the radio waves for 4 years over at CBSR. And if you're an artist out there who has a t-shirt that you would love for me to wear in one of these vlogs that I do, then send them through. Make sure that you hit me up in my private message so I can give you my address and you can send me your t-shirt. And as long as it has nothing offensive or profane, then I will definitely rock your shirt. But in closing, I just want to say shout out to everybody out there, and until the next episode, peace.